What up, YouTube? Hare Krishna. Okay, today we're starting off. We're going to be reading chapter 1, text 3, where we left off. Before I'm gonna say this little thing. Oh, wait, hope you guys can hear me. You guys can hear what I'm saying. I don't know. Hello, hello, hello. I don't know if it's working, but you. I'm gonna shake it on my phone. Yeah. Okay, sick. What up, YouTube? Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, first we're gonna start off with Ayana Timirakana Saya Inayana Salakaya Sakur Unumilitam Yena Tasmai Grish Guruvave Nama Shri Katanya Manu Bistam Stipitam Yena Butale Svayam Rupa Kada Mahayam Tadi Swami Padamtikam. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obedience unto him, one with Sri Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, who has established within the material world the mission to fulfill the desires of Lord Caitanya. Give me shelter under his lotus feet. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Rama Vande Hami Shri Guru, Shri Yuta Pada Kamalam, Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sa Shri Rupa Sagrayantam Sahagana Raguntavitam Tamyam Vitam Sandavitam Savataham Pariyana Sihitam Krishna Katanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sadakana Lalita Shri Viksham Shritam Sa. Oh yeah, you know it. Okay, we're gonna start off with the text here. Okay. Text 3. Okay. Bismird. Pasyaitam Pandu Purutram Akarya Mahatim Kamum Vitam Prapad Putrena Tavasisyena Dinamata. O my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent discipline, the son of Drupada. Okay, the purport. Duruyana, a great diplomat, wanted to point out the deflects of Dronakarya, the great Brahma commander-in-chief. Dronakarya had some political quarrel with King Drupa, the father of Drupadi, who was Arjuna's wife. As a result of this quarrel, Drupada performed a great sacrifice by which he received the benefiction of having a son who would be able to kill Dronakarya. Dronakarya knew this perfectly well, and yet, as a liberal Brahman, he did not hesitate to impart all his military secrets when the son of Drupada, Dristadyumna, and entrusted to him for military education. Now, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Dhimasumya took the side of the Pandavas, and it was he who arranged for the military plantaks. After having learned the art from Dronakarya, Dronahada pointed out to this mistake of Dronakarya so that he might be alert and uncompromising in the fight. By this, he wanted to point out that he should not be similarly Lenin in the battle against Pandavas, who were also Dronakarya's affectionate students. Arjuna especially was his most affectionate and brilliant student. Duryana also warned that such leniency in the fight would lead to defeat. Okay. Stuff. That was text 3. Oh, my teacher, behold the great army of sons of Paduk. Okay, that's tough. Atra Sutra Mahades Asa Bihim Arjun Sama Yundi Yuyuhanu Viratsvasa Drupadas Samaharatam. Okay, here in this army are many heroic bowmen equal in fighting to Bhima and Arjuna. Great fighters like Yuyudhana, Virata, and Drupada. Purport, you say. It's kind of short there. Even though Trasamyuna was not very important, obstacles in the face of Dronakarya's great power in the military art. There are many others who were caused by fear. There are mentions by Duryana as a great stumbling blocks on the path of victory because each and every one of them was as formidable as Bhima and Arjuna. He knew the strength of Bhima and Arjuna, and this he compared the others with them. Okay. Give a like, subscribe for that. That's pretty crazy. Slow start. Okay. Atra Sura Mahadesa Asa. Bimaryuna Asa Yudi. Yuyudhanu Viratas Sa Drupada Sa Maharata. Okay. Here in this army are many heroic bowmen equal in fighting to Bhima and Arjuna. Great fighters like. The one I used read, my bad. Okay. Daransectus Sesiktanan Kasirias Savirvana Purjit Kuntiboyas Ka Saipian Sanara Pungava. There are also great, heroic, powerful fighters like Transectu, Sekiana, Narasiria, Purjit, Tohondya, and Saibi. Basically, he's just saying, like, I feel like it's not purported, this one. This is like making it obvious that Arjuna don't really have a chance, like, realistically, in this battle. Hundreds people that are equally good bowmen. It's kind of, I feel like that's the stage they're building up here. Page text number 6. Yudhaman suyu saviktrama uttumayos savirayavan saudbhadru draupendaya sasarva eva maharata. There are mighty Yudmahanyu, the very powerful Utmanyu, and the son of Sadurtra, and the son of Draupadi. These warriors are great chariot fighters. Number 6. There's no purport to this. Asmakam to visitaye tan niboda divutama nakan mama sainsaya samyanaratam nan pravitemante. We should put it up. But for your information, oh, the best of the Brahmas, let me know about the captain who are especially qualified to lead my military force. Okay. Bhavatam Bistamasa Karnasa Kripa sa samatim yaya asvatanam vikarvana sa sautmandis tataivasa. There are personalities like you, Bhisma, Karna, Kripa, Asvatam, Vikarna, and the son of Sudatta, called Pusvara, who are who are always victorious in battle. Turayana mentioned in the exceptional heroes in the battle, all of whom are ever victorious. Vik- Vikarna is the brother of Duryodhana. Asvatthama is the son of Dronkarya, and Saumadati, the Burisrava, is the son of the king of the Palikas. Karna is the half brother of Arjuna, and he was brother of Kunti before her marriage with the king Pandu. Kripaya's twin sister married Dronkarya. It's many names here, but it's hard to keep track of. Part of what we read in this book, I want to get deeper understanding of the characters and this kind of stuff. So I'm gonna Duruyara mentioned the exceptional heroes in the battlefield, all of whom are ever victorious. Vikarana is the brother of Duryodhana. Okay, she brother with that boy, and then Bukrisrava is the son and the king of Paklisha. Karna is the half brother of Arjuna. Okay, and he's born of Kunti before her marriage with King Pandu. So what's some drama there? Okay, text number 9. Anyeka Buk Bahava Sura Mad Arte Takya Yivata Nana Satra Paravatna Sarve Yuda Disvarala. Okay, there are many other heroes who are prepared to lay down their lives for my sake. All of them are well equipped with a different kind of weapons, and all are experienced in military science. As far as the others are concerned, like Jayadratha and Kiravarma and Salya, all are determined to lay down their lives of Duryodhana's sake. In other words, it is already concluded that all of them would die in the battle of Kurukshetra for joining the party of the sinful Duryodhana. Duryodhana was, of course, confident in his victory on account of the above mentioned combined strengths of his friends. Okay, chapter 10. I just want to read the text. I'll show you the text, but I think I don't want to keep for the story. Our strength is immersible, and we are perfectly protected by grandfather Bhisma, whereas the strength of the Pandavas, carefully protected by Bhima, is limited. Herein, the estimation of comparative strength is made by Duryodhana. He thinks that the strength of this armed force is immeasurable, being specifically protected by the most experienced general. Grandfather Bhisma, on the other hand, the forces of the Pandavas are limited, being protected by a less experienced general, Bhima, who is like a fig in the presence of Bhisma. Tiruyana was always envious of Bhima because he knew perfectly well that if he should die at all, he would only be killed. No, he will only be killed by Bhima. But at the same time, he was confident in his victory on account of the presence of Bhisma, who was a far superior general. His conclusion that he would come out on the battlefield victorious was certain. Okay. Number 11. Okay. All of you must now give full support to Grandfather Bhisma, as you stand at your respective strength points of entrance into the phalanx of the army. Diana, after tracing the draws of the Bhisma, further considered that the other might think that he had been considered less important. So, in his usual diplomatic way, he tried to adjust the situation in the above words. He emphasized that Bhismadeva was undoubtedly the greatest hero, but he was an old man, so everyone must especially think of his protection from all sides. He might become engaged in the fight, but the enemy might take advantage of his full engagement on one side. Therefore, it was important that other heroes not leave their strategic positions and allow the enemy to break the phalanx. Duryodhana clearly felt that the victory of the Kurus depended on the presence of Bhismadeva. He was confident of the full support of Bhismadeva and Dronakarya in the battle because he well knew that they did not speak a word when Arjuna's wife, Draupadi, in her helpless condition, had appealed to them for justice while she was being forced to appear naked in the presence of all the great generals in the assembly. Damn, it's horrible. Although they knew that the two generals had some sort of affection for the Pandavas, he hoped that these generals would now completely give it up, as they had done during their gambling performance. Number 12. Then Bhisma, the great valiant grandsire of the Kuru dynasty, the grandfather of the fighter, blew his conch shell very loud, making it sound like a roar of a lion, giving Duryodhana joy. Hmm. Okay, purport. The grandson of the Kuru dynasty could understand the inner meaning of the heart of his grandson Duryodhana, and out of his natural compassion for him, he tried to share for him, no blowing his counsel very loudly, befitting his position as a lion. Indirectly, by the symbolism of the counsel, he informed that his depressed grandson Duryodhana that he had no chance of victory in the battle because the supreme Lord Krishna was on the other side. But still, it was his duty to conduct the fight, and no pains would be spared in the connection. Feel like a Judas kind of situation there. He kind of used to have, he was put in those shoes. Number 13. After that, the council drums, bugles, trumpets, and horns were all suddenly sounded, and the combined sound was tumultuous, tumultuous, tumultuous. After that, the council, drums and bugles, trumpets and horns were all suddenly sounded, and the combined sound was tumultuous. Fuck, I can't say that word. Tumultuous. There's no purport there. Number 14. On the other side, both Lord Krishna and Arjuna, stationed on a great chariot drawn by a white horse, sounded their transcendental counsels. Okay, there's some few words I don't really understand here. There's no one here, but I'm gonna look it up. Counsel. I don't know what that is. You might have to put a translation for the translation. Spiral shaped carbonated structures protected by large marine nets. Oh, okay, I get it. Like, okay, I see. Okay. On the other hand, both Lord Krishna and Arjuna, stationed on a great chariot drawn by a white horse, sounded their transcendental counsel. Ah, yeah, when you. Why am I? Of course, that's the counsel. Iconic. In contrast with the counsel blown by the Bhismadeva. Okay, so now the fight starts, or what? In contrast with the counsel blown by the Bhismadeva, the counsels in the hands of Krishna and Arjuna are described as transcendental. The sounding of transcendental counsel indicates that there are no hope of victory for the other side because Krishna was on the side of the Pandavas. Yaya tu Pandu Purutanam Yesam Sake Yayanta. Victory has always with the person like the son of Pandu because Lord Krishna is associated with them. And whenever and wherever the Lord is present, the goddess of fortune is also there because the goddess of fortune never lives alone without her husband. Therefore, victory and fortune were awaiting Arjuna, and indicated by the transcendental sound produced by the counsel of Vishnu or Lord Krishna. Besides that, the chariot on which both the friends were seated had been donated by Angi, the fire god. Okay, Angi, to Arjuna, and this indicated that this chariot was capable of conquering all sides whenever it was drawn over the three worlds. Arjuna was as indicated by the transcendental sound. Besides that, the chariot on which both the friends were seated had been donated by Angi. Okay. All right. Text 15. Uh, Lord Krishna blew his counsel, called Pankayanya. Arjuna blew the Devata, and Bhima, the Borakush eater and performer of Herculean tasks, blew his terrific counsel called Poundra. Okay, many new words there, some new names I don't. Pankayanya, who was this again? Lord Krishna is referred to as Hirisekesa in this verse because he is the owner of all senses. The living entities are part and parcel of him, and therefore the senses of the living entities are also part of the and parcel of his senses. The impersonalists cannot account for these senses of the living entities, and therefore they are always anxious to describe all living entities as senseless or impersonal. The Lord situated in the heart of all living creatures directs their senses, but he directs in terms of the surrender of the living entity. And in case of a pure devotee, he directly controls the senses. Here on the battle of Kurukshetra, the Lord directly controls the transcendental sense of Arjuna, and this his particular name Hiriseksa. The Lord has different names according to his different activities. For example, his name is Madhusatana because he liked the demons of the name Madhu. He killed the demon. When I read liked, my dyslexia reads. No, when I read killed, my dyslexia says like. Like this happened 4 times now. 2, 3, 4. His name is Madhusutana because he killed the demon of the name Madhu. His name is Govinda because he gives pleasure to the cows and the senses. His name is Vasudeva because he appeared as the son of the Vasudevas. His name is Devaki Nanda because he accepted Devaki as his mother. His name is Yasonananda because he awarded his childish pastime to Yasoda and Vrindavan. His name is Parthasardi because he worked as a charioteer of his friend Arjuna. Similarly, his name is Hirikshetra because he gave direction to Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Arjuna is referred to as Dhananjaya in the verse because he helped his elder brother in facing wealth when he required by the king. I just want so, one of my a great teacher of mine, a guy who introduced me to much of this. His name was Dhananjaya, his Prabhu name. That's nice. Arjuna is referred to as Dhananjaya in this verse because he helped his elder brother in fetching wealth when it was required by the king to make his expenditures for different sacrifices. Similarly, Bhima is known as the Vrukadara because he could eat as voracious as he could perform Herculean tasks, such as killing the demon Hidimba. So the particular types of countries blown by the different personalities of the sides of the Pandavas, beginning with the lords, were all encouragingly to fighting soldiers. On the other side, there were no such credits, nor the presence of Lord Krishna, the supreme director, nor that the Lord goddess of fortune. So they were predestined to lose the battle, and that was the message announced by the sound of the council. So all odds stacked up against them. They blew that shit, the horn, and I'm not really. I don't think I should give my take, but that's my take. Because we're listening to Sri Prabhupada's translation, so we take it for his word, but trying to understand his translation. Okay, this one is a little bit longer. Okay. King Yudhishthira, the son of Kunti, blew his counsel and the Antavitya, and Nakula and Sahadeva blew the Sugosa and Manikusapa. The great archer, the king of Kasi, the great fighter Sikihanti, Turusatyuma Virata, the unconquerable Satyaki, Durapa, and the son of Draupadi, and others. O king, such as the mighty armed son of the Sudhadra, all blew their respective counsels. Okay, purport. Sanya informed King Drasatra very tactfully of his unwise policy of deceiving the son of Pandu and enduring to enthrone his own son on the seat of the kingdom. That was not that was not very laudable. The signs already clearly indicated that the whole Kuru dynasty would be killed in that great battle, beginning with the grandsire Bisma down to the grandson like Abiyami and others, including kings from many states of the world. All were present there, and all were doomed. The whole catastrophe was due to the king Dahansatra because he encouraged the policy followed by his son. Very evil motherfucker. Mm, but normal. Number 19. Okay. Translation. The blowing of these different councils became uproarious, vibrating both in the sky and on the earth. It shattered the hearth and the son of Dansatra. When Bisma and the others on the side of Turujana blew their respective councils, there was no heartbreaking on the part of Pandavas. Such occurrences are not mentioned, but in particular verses it is mentioned that the heart of the sons of the Hansatra were shattered by the sound vibrated by Pandavas' party. This is due to the Pandavas and their confidence in Lord Krishna. One who takes shelter of the Supreme Lord has nothing to fear, even in the midst of the greatest calamity. When Bisma and the others on the side of Turuyana blew their respective councils, there was no heartbreaking. There was no heartbreaking on the part of the Pandavas. Such occurrences are not mentioned. When the Duranyanas blew their horn, the Pandavas didn't react. They was like, when the Pandavas blew the horn, the Dharansatra's hearts were shattered by the sound vibrated by the Pandavas party. This is due to the Pandavas and their confidence in Lord Krishna. One who takes shelter of the Supreme Lord has nothing to fear, even in the midst of the greatest calamity. Wow, that's beautiful. Now, let's make this the last one. This is text number 20. At the time, Arjuna, the son of Pandu, seated in the chariot bearing the flag marked with Hanuman, took up his bow and prepared to shoot his arrows. O king, after looking at the son of Dan Satra and drawn in military array, Arjuna then spoke to Lord Krishna these words. Okay, one more. I want to hear what you say. So, at the time of Pandu, seated in the chariot bearing the flag marked with Hanuman, took up his bow and prepared to shoot his arrow. O king, after looking at the son of Tansatra drawn in the military array, Arjuna then spoke to Lord Krishna these words. The battle was just about to begin. It's understood from the above statement that the son of Tansatra were more or less disheartened by the unexpected arrangement of the military forces by the Pandavas, who were guided by the direct instructions of Lord Krishna on the battlefield. The emblem of Hanuman on the flag of Arjuan is another sign of victory because Hanuman cooperated with Lord Rama in the battle between Rama and Ravana, and Rama emerged victorious. Now both Rama and Hanuman were present on the chariot of Arjuan to help him. Lord Krishna is Rama himself, and whenever Lord Rama is his eternal servitor Hanuman. Oh wow! So wherever Lord Rama is, his eternal servitor Hanuman is, and his eternal consort Sita, the great goddess of fortune, or the goddess of fortune, are present. Therefore, Arjuan had no cause to fear any enemies whatsoever, and above all, the Lord of the senses, Lord Krishna, was too personally present to give him directions. Thus, all good counsels was available to Arjuan in the matter of executing the battle. In such auspicious conditions arranged by the Lord of his eternal devotee lay the signs of assured victory. Okay, let's do one more. This is 21 and 22. I just want to hear what he said. Okay. Arjuna said, O infallible one, please draw my chariot between the two armies so that I may see those present here, who desire to fight, and with whom must I contend in these great trials of arms. So although Lord Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, out of his causeless mercy, he was engaged in the service of his friend. He never fails in his affection for his devotees, and this he is addressed herein as infallible. As charioteer, he had to carry out the order of Arjuna, and since he did not hesitate to do so, he is addressed as infallible. Although he had accepted the position of the chariot for his devotee, his supreme position was not challenged. In all circumstances, he is the supreme personality of Godhead, Hirisekira, the Lord of the total senses. The relationship between the Lord and his servitor is very sweet and transcendental. The servitor is always ready to render service to the Lord, and similarly, the Lord is always seeking an opportunity to render some service to the devotee. He takes great pleasures in his pure devotees assuming the advantageous He takes great pleasure in his pure devotees assuming the advantageous position of ordering him, that he does not being in the giver of other. What? Let me go back for a second there. What up, gang? He takes great pleasures in his pure devotees assuming the advantageous position of ordering him, that he does ordering him, then he does being in the giver of orders. This is a Hindu text, Bhagavad-gita. It's a translation by Sri Prabhupada. So reading the original text, parts of it, and then this guy's translation. Let's show a picture. This fella. So we're doing a little audiobook. You feel me? Okay. Next number. Wait. Okay. Since he is master, everyone is under his order, and no one is above him or to order him. But when he finds that a pure devotee is ordering him, he obtains transcendental pleasure, although he is the infallible master in all circumstances. As a pure devotee of the Lord, Arjuna had no desires to fight with his cousins and brothers, but he was forced to come onto the battlefield by obstinacy of Duryodhana, who was never agreeable to any peaceful negotiation. Therefore, he was very anxious to see who leading persons was present on the battlefield where, although there was no question of a peacemaking endeavor on the battlefield, he wanted to see them again, to see how much they were bent upon demanding the unwanted war. Okay, well, we're gonna make that the last one for today. We're gonna stop at 21, 22. So that's what we're gonna end off. See you guys tomorrow. If you're into this kind of content, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, press the bell button. And I'm trying to do this like once a day to improve my vocabulary and my reading. I feel a bit slow. I was smoking a lot. So yeah. Peace off. Peace out. How do I end this shit on my computer? I don't know how to fucking. Oh, up there. Hold on.